Hi everyone, it's Stacy from Peony Lane Designs. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, click the little blue button.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button, comment down below, like this video, and click the bell icon to be notified.
Yeah, I thought we'd just talk today. So I do a lot of the DIYs and the, running to do what sold videos and things like that, and we don't have a chance to chat. So let's have some coffee and we'll chat. I got my coffee. Dunkin'. It's Dunkin'. Not sponsored. Speaking of sponsored, got an email, just glowing email about my content. Love what I do. Would love it if I promoted their product. And I'm like, well, what kind of content were you talking about? We love your cosmetic reviews. And we sell a self-tanner. Well, first of all, not exactly tan. Second of all, I'm allergic to the sun. Can't get tan for nothing. And it's clear to me, I said to them, you have never seen my channel. Hard pass. It's like, what? I have never done a beauty review ever on this channel. And they're going to come into my email and say, we love the work that you're doing. We would love it if you promoted our self-tanner. It's like, that's just offensive. So we're told constantly, like we're bombarded, we being people that are doing YouTube channels, we're bombarded with advice of don't approach brands unless you know exactly what they are, because it's embarrassing when you guys do this stuff. It's embarrassing for the brands too, to approach. But you know what? They act like because they're going to give you money that you should be okay with that. You should just do the tutorial on their makeup. You know, hair dryers, the only thing I use that for is drying paint, right? So they've reached out to me. Self-tanners, eyelash serum, and not one product that I would actually use on this channel. I'm like, how am I not getting seen by the right people? But anyway, I'm going to talk about spring. I used to have a decent sized garden. And we had a garden in our old house. We had a garden at this house when we first started. And then things happened. Like, we live in the country now. So I'm out and we're surrounded by tall grass. And I'm out pulling weeds one day and I hear growling behind me. Oh, hang on. It's OG. Sorry about the interruption. I talked to OG. He's good. Thanks for asking. So the OG is my dad, for those of you who are new here. We call him the OG because he says it stands for old guy. Even though we all know what OG means. Original gangster, but he's my OG. He's my old guy. So my dad. There's always an OG at the hardware store. If you ever have questions, go to the OG. Anyway. He's doing good. He's having issues with the battery in his car. Cars. Anyway. So this year, for the channel, I'm thinking, because you remember I got those raised garden beds. So I'm going to do some more with gardening, I think, this year. So if there are those of you out there who know how to garden, I am open to suggestions. Because, okay, so here's the thing. We moved to the country, right? And we've got like the creepy critters out there that want to kill me in the grass. And then we've got the gophers that want to eat through everything. So we created these garden beds at one time that had wire mesh underneath them. And the gophers climbed up into the raised garden bed, ate everything. And then the deer come and they mow down everything. So what I'm thinking of doing this year, and I'm going to need suggestions from you guys. So the raised garden beds that my husband gave me, the ones that are like chest height, which is nice because of my back issues, really nice that I don't have to get down and weed them. So last year I did herbs and stuff in there and it went really well. Well, I got some like the short carrot seeds, the short carrots, not short seeds, but the short carrots that grow in boxes. So I'm going to plant those this year. And I got bush cucumbers so that they don't go like too crazy. But I like to use the 5-gallon bucket method. Will it work? I don't know. So, suggestions is what I'm looking for here. So I would like to grow corn, watermelon, cucumbers, carrots, dill. I need to transplant my rhubarb. If anybody has any suggestions on rhubarb, I'm the only person who can't grow rhubarb. That's a damn weed. Mine's dying. That rhubarb's been there for 17 years and not flourished. I thought for sure it was because it had been transplanted. So it's going to take a little time for it to get like come back, right? That's my thought. That's what I was thinking. Turns out now, 17 years later, that damn rhubarb should have rooted by now. So I got to know, what am I doing wrong? Like I have sandy soil out here, which is a challenge because like it's 100% sand. That's why the boxes are so nice because I can get good soil in there, right? And that's why I was thinking the buckets would be good because A, go first, and B, good soil, right? Buckets. So I'm thinking of Three Sisters bucket situation. Okay, Three Sister Garden, for those of you who don't know, is corn, beans, and squash. They feed each other and they live off, they're symbiotic. And I was reading up on it, and peas and watermelon can be substituted for pole beans and the squash, because I don't eat squash and I don't like beans. I like peas. So I got peas and watermelon to be part of my Three Sister. And I was thinking in each 5-gallon bucket, 1 corn, 1 pea, 1 watermelon vine. Right? So what I'm looking for here is the gardening people to please help educate me during this process, because in a few weeks, we're looking at maybe 4 or 5 weeks before I could start going out and getting things ready to go out. It's Minnesota. Our frost danger is high, but it's been a warm spring, so I'm thinking we can get out a little early this year. Thinking May this year instead of June. While I'm doing this, I'm going to film as we go. There's going to be some gardening videos now because I want to do this. It's become a thing. Like I used to have a garden and I would can every year. I canned tomatoes. I made pickles. I made jellies. And I have not been able to do that for years because we moved here and I have a garden. I got no garden. And then it's too expensive to buy enough to can from, oh my gosh, they're so expensive. Like I wanted to make beet pickles. I love beet pickles. Y'all, beet pickles is a thing. Tomato jelly is a yum. Okay, so first of all, I don't have a green thumb. My husband really is the person who kept the garden going. So when I say I had a garden, I had an idea for a garden and he took care of it. But I managed to keep that tomato plant going last year. Remember George? George did good. We got tomatoes off him, right? I'm thinking If you guys help keep me on target, I'm going to be able to do this garden thing. If we make it part of the channel, I don't have a choice but to keep the garden going. But I had gone to make beet pickles, and I found out how much a bushel of beets was. Oh, I might as well just buy the Saffy beet pickles. Saffy beet pickles are the closest to my grandma's recipe for beet pickles. They're not quite my grandma's recipe for beet pickles, but they're pretty darn close. They do use onion in there. My grandma never used onion in hers. But I like them. But at that cost, they're so expensive for a Saffy beet pickle. A jar is like $8. And they don't have them around here, so I got to order them online, pay shipping. So my sister and I have to go in on a case of them just to make it cost effective. But I like to grow my own, and I'd like to go back to canning my own. And I've canned corn. Oh man, corn relish. I miss my corn relish. I make a fantastic corn relish that is so good on everything from ham to just pickles, to eat it by itself, or just on a hot dog and in a salad. Oh, it's so good. My mouth is watering. But again, I need a lot of corn. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. So we're gonna make it part of the channel this year. We're gonna garden. I still can't have a chicken though. Like if I bought a chicken, I bought a chick and just brought it home, do you think we could keep it hidden? No. Oh, okay. I already can't go anywhere because of the damn dog. I might as well have a chicken. My emotional support chicken. Anyway, but I can have a garden. So I think I can have a garden. I think I'm going to do it this year. So I'm kind of mapping out in my brain. So I have the 2 garden beds, the 2 tall, like proper raised garden beds. Like my husband bought them for me. So I have them. So I have those. And then I have this giant pail, like plastic. We always put like seasonal flowers in it. But this year, I'm thinking I want to do an edible garden in there. And then 5-gallon buckets. So I've got a bunch of buckets. The cat litter comes in these 5-gallon pails, right? I'm going to rinse those out. We're going to use them because I can either get rid of them. I can either recycle them or use them up. Might as well use them. So I think we're going to plant in them. Somebody is going to have to jump into my comments and tell me where I'm wrong here. Okay? So I'm relying on those of you who garden. And I know there's a lot of you out there to help me because my husband has already said he's not going to be responsible for this because he goes, again, you're going to try this. And I said, you know what? I had herbs last year and I did really good. And I had my tomato and I did really good. I think I can do it because I now have to take the dog out every day, multiple times a day, right? So instead of like just standing out there while she does her business, I go pull the weeds. That's what I was doing, was maintaining the garden. I go out in the morning with the dog, have my coffee, do the thing with the garden, and it worked, right? Like I had no other choice but to be outside with the dog. So it's a thing. And I think once I get trained and habitual, I'll be good. But I'm going to use you guys to keep me on target because it's got to be part of YouTube or I'm not going to get it done. It's sort of like my doom piles. Like I was going to show you what I was working on. No, because that's a different video. But my doom piles being part of the channel, get them done. So I think the gardening being part of the channel is going to get them done. I will have a different thumbnail. So those of you who have been observant have noticed that the reseller thumbnail is different from the DIY thumbnail. There'll be a garden thumbnail. Okay? So that if your gardening is not your thing and you don't want to watch me do that and you see the different thumbnail, you can go, ah, not today, Stacy, not today. I will see you on the next DIY. Okay? I'll still be here. We'll still be DIYing things. That's the doom piles have to get done. Part of me is optimistic in that this room will be cleared out by the end of the year. Shut up. Did you see that? Did you see it? Did you see the evil angel on my shoulder that went, sure it will. Shut up. The devil on my shoulder that went, uh-huh. And the little angel's like, you can do it. And this one went, shut up. I don't drink. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do this year. And I wanted to let you guys know so that you can properly prepare and help me. I need your help. I bought seeds and I'm going to start some of them because some of them take quite a long time and we have a very short growing season in Minnesota. I have cats. So I have my cloches that I'm going to be putting the seedlings under the cloches. So I'm going to be using my inventory to protect my seedlings in the house because my cats will kill them. They just will. So that's where we're going to start. Now, do I start corn first or do I stagger the corn? So I'm looking for advice here. So those of you who have your own YouTube channel, gardening or something, send me some links. Send me some advice. If you have a blog post that you do gardening blogs, please send me some links. My email is in the description below. Otherwise, comment, go to my blog. I've got this. I've got that. This will tell you how to do that. I'm open. I'm reading. I'm researching. I'm trying to figure it out because I want to do it well. Mostly because I miss my grandma's recipes, her canning recipes, the stuff that she taught me to do. I haven't been able to do it in a really long time, and I miss it. So I would like to can again, and I get cravings for that corn relish for one, and the beet pickles for two. I don't know how to get a good crop of beets without it getting eaten because there's not enough room in my raised beds. And I don't think I can grow enough beets in buckets. And the gophers will kill them. I tried. They ate them all. I don't know what to do about the gopher problem. Anyway, if you got a gopher solution, we trap them all the time. They have eaten through my electrical lines, the gas lines, and the water lines. So any solution you have for gophers would be awesome. That's why I keep snakes. Those of you who don't like snakes, I think our gopher problem would be a lot worse if it wasn't for the bull snakes that I allow to live at my house. It's a trade-off, and it's, they're less damaging. So there you go. Anyway, get your blog posts ready, get your videos ready, comment down below and let me know. Like, I am open, I'm here for it. I'm ready for guidance and I appreciate it. So it's coming, you guys. Stick with me. Love you. Happy junkin'. Happy gardening. I'm laughing because I think I should say that. Happy gardening. Bye.
Visit my blog, peonylanedesigns.com, for more tips, tricks, and inspiration. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be notified of new videos. I post every week DIY tutorials and, of course, more junkin' videos.